there. Yeah, so welcome everyone. It's so lovely to see you all, and thank you so much for giving up your time this evening to join our 1 hour social media workshop. I'm Jade and I'm 5K Your Way's operational officer, and of course you all know Georgie, 5K Your Way's manager.
Lovely to see you all.
Thanks, Georgie. Yeah, just a little bit of housekeeping. So we are recording this workshop, so if you can keep your microphones on mute throughout, that would be great, but you can use the chat feature if you have any questions or if they pop in your head. Georgie's going to be monitoring that, so we won't miss anything, and we will have opportunities to chat and ask questions at the end too. This is an hour, so we'll be finished by 7:30, so we won't take up too much of your time. But yeah, so just to get us warmed up, just to get us all chatting, it would be great if you wouldn't mind to think of one thing that you really love or like about your 5K Your Way group and put it in the chat for me. If you're a new ambassador, maybe something you're excited about. But yeah, that would be great. Something you enjoy or love about your group or looking forward to for the next meetup. That would be amazing. I can see you all thinking. Oh, that's lovely, Jenny. Friendship. Yeah, 100% agree with that one. That's lovely. Especially when you meet new people as well, you know, you can really connect with them, can't you? Oh, they're all coming in now all of a sudden. Thanks, Liz. Yeah, everyone on our team are lovely. Oh, I've missed it. Oh, sorry. Loads of fab groups across the UK. Yeah, amazing. Conversations over coffee, always good. Oh, love these. Mary, lots of new people. Thank you. Martin, positivity. 100%. I'd 100% agree with you on that one. Always such a positive day. I always leave 5K Your Way meetup absolutely buzzing. Oh, Jenny can't get her camera working. That's okay, Jenny. Don't worry. Any tips, Georgia? Can you think of how to?
Jenny, don't worry.
Jenny.
We
doesn't
don't
matter, does it?
you, but if you want to try hovering over your mouse, and then the bottom left, one of them says mute and one of them says start or stop video, but if you can't, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, thanks, Jenny. Sally, great to meet new people. Chat while spinning in nature. Oh my goodness, yeah, I agree with all of these. Meeting new people. Mark, you're looking forward to your meeting new people and starting. That's amazing. Oh, Francesca, I didn't realize you were here. Hello, Francesca. She's my fellow ambassador at Hockley Woods. Thanks, Francesca. Supporting relatives, amazing. And Ashley, yeah, you're starting one up soon, aren't you? And you're going to drag your family and friends along. That's great. I always bring my family and friends. It's a great way to catch up with everyone, isn't it, and get moving. Thank you. And Jenny. Okay,
Jenny, as long as you can hear us, just type yes if you can hear us, then you're all good, so don't worry.
Thanks, Jenny. Perfect. Thank you, everyone. Okay, and one more question and then we'll definitely get started. Thanks, Jenny. That's great. Perfect. Can you please rate yourselves from 1 to 5 how confident you feel at using social media to promote your group at the moment, just so we can get a gauge? 1 being you have no idea, 5 being, you know, you feel quite confident. That's great, just so we can get a bit of a gauge. Oh, really good. Nice. Cool. So it looks like you all feel like there's a mixture of things here, which is kind of what we expected, George, isn't it? Because we found it quite hard to know where to pitch the workshop, just because we knew you'd all be at different levels and things, which is great because we can all draw on each other's experiences, and we hope you can all take something away. So thank you, everybody. Okay. So here are our aims for the session today, to provide you with an overview explaining how to use social media to promote your 5K Your Way group. We'll talk a bit about how we can support you at 5K Your Way headquarters and how you can link with us with your social media, to help you in areas in which you'd like to improve and to answer your questions. So if you have any, put them in the chat and we can go through those at the end of the session. Okay, so here is what we are aiming to cover today. So we're going to have a little think about the power of social media. We're going to think about our 5K Your Way's goals for social media. We're going to have a look at Facebook, a little bit Instagram, at Twitter, and we're going to have a little chat about how to schedule social media posts, and then we'll have time for your questions at the end. Okay, most of the session will be around Facebook, because that's the like the platform that we use the most at the moment for 5K Your Way with our groups. but we have got links to other bits that might help you as well. Okay, just the power of social media. So without social media, 5K Your Way wouldn't exist in the capacity it does today. It all started, as you guys know, with Gemma and Lucy in Nottingham, and it was through social media that others found their group and wanted to be part of 5K Your Way. So without social media, 5K Your Way wouldn't have got out there, people wouldn't have seen it. And yeah, as they say, the rest is history. And Georgie, how many groups do we have now all over the UK? Is it 60 something?
72.
72. Well, there you go. So yeah, 4 years down, 72 groups, and it all started, and the word got out there through social media. Currently, our 5K Your Way group Facebook pages collectively have 6,698 likes and 6,970 followers, which is a really big audience that we want to make sure we're tapping into. Obviously, we're always wanting to tap into more, which is why social media is so important. And for those of you who aren't sure, like when someone likes a page, they're showing support for the page, and that page will appear on their Facebook about section that they like your 5K Your Way group. Whereas followers, if someone follows your page, it means they'll receive updates about your page in their feed. So ideally, we would like people to follow your group so they'll get the updates. And I've just got some statistics here to show how important social media is and how powerful it can be. I mean, there's 3.5 billion active social media users today, and it's just such a massive part of business and charity. So yeah, here we go. So to start with, we're going to focus a little bit on Facebook pages, as we really want every group to have and use theirs. Over the summer, we've been focusing on supporting our current groups, and part of this really encompasses promotion. So we want every group to be accessible and easy to find on social media, so more people can find out about us. And it is really important that every Facebook group is active, because under every Facebook group on our 5K Your Way website, there's a button, like a link that takes people to your Facebook groups. So I'm just going to show you that now. I'm just going to try and move. I've got you all like your faces everywhere, so I'm just going to move you to the side so I can share. That's better. So yeah, if I show you quickly, you may know this already, but here we go. I'm just going to get that one up ready. Okay. Not yet. Sorry,
just while Jade's doing this, just out of interest, did you can all comment in the chat or do a little reaction, a thumbs up if you click reactions at the bottom. Who actually knew that the link to from the website goes to your Facebook page? What Jade's about to Jade, you can tell me in the chat, did you know this? Yes or no? Just out of interest. Go for it, Jade.
Okay, I can't see, so am I ready to go?
Oh, cool. Yeah, some people are saying no. Okay,
okay, so that's a good point to make. Great. Okay, yeah, so here are just our Southeast group location page, and if we just look at our amazing Bedford group, underneath we have a link to their Facebook page. Same with our Marlow group and all the others too. So when I click on the link, it takes you to their Facebook page. So we've hopefully made it really accessible for people looking for new groups, which is why we're really hoping that people keep their Facebook pages up to date. So when people go on their pages, it just really, it shows what we're all about and people see that they're active. Okay, so hopefully that swapped back, Georgie.
Yeah,
I'll get the hang of it. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so people might be visiting your Facebook page but seeing nothing is posted recently, so we could be losing potential participants. So the aim of the page is just to show how amazing your groups are for someone who hasn't been there before, and you can do this by sharing your pictures, videos from the 5K Your Way day, quotes from participants, when your meetups are, countdowns to the meetup days too are always quite powerful. And also please remember, when sharing videos and photos of people attending your 5K Your Way day, we should always be asking just for verbal consent if they're okay for your images to go on social media. So what do we at 5K Your Way, what do we think of active Facebook page means for us and our groups? So really just the things on the page really, you know, are we posting before the 5K Your Way meetup just to get people excited so they know when it is? Are we posting after the meetup, just showing you what an amazing day we had so people can see it? We can share resources from 5K Your Way's Facebook page too, to really, you know, bring the community together and show shared experiences. And we can also create events for our meetups as well. And we are going to go through how to do some of these bits. We're aware that some of you might already know some of this stuff, but we thought we'd just, you know, strip it back to to the basics of what we'd like to see, so we're all on the same page really. And we are completely aware that social media isn't everyone's forte. It's all a process and it isn't going to happen straight away, but we're here to help you. And, you know, not every ambassador needs to be the person doing the Facebook page. You might have one person in your group, you know, that loves it and really wants to take ownership of it, and that's absolutely fine. So you could have one or two of your ambassadors really looking after that page. Okay, so here we're going to show you just some great examples of groups' Facebook pages and some how-tos on Facebook to really promote your group. There were so many amazing pages, Georgie, wasn't there? We really found it hard to choose some, but we just tried to pick a few that really demonstrate the examples we wanted to show you. So let's go to example 1. Okay, so that was our Bedford group. Here is our amazing Forest Rec group. And what this group do really well is they kind of really show the process of leading up to a 5K Your Way day and the day as well. So this was their August meetup. Lovely little summary here about what they got up to. Loads of amazing pictures. If someone were to pop on this group, they'd really see what the day was all about. Post on the day as well to remind people. It's really just keeping it active, keeping people engaging with your page. You know, a countdown, 5K Your Way day is tomorrow, 5K Your Way day this Saturday. So it's really just counting down, you know, to the day, getting people excited, which we thought was really great. So, you know, you've got that countdown for the month, so there's, you know, always stuff on there for people to engage with. Our second example of a great Facebook page that, you know, you can take any of these ideas away, and you can always pop on to other groups' Facebook pages for inspiration. I mean, I do that all the time with some of these groups when I'm thinking of content for my Hockley Woods group. This is our amazing Torbay group, and they do the same. They post about the day too, but we also see that they're sharing from 5K Your Way headquarters. So we have a post here, a blog from a credible lady, Alison. And yeah, we think it, you know, it's really fab that we're seeing these groups share to their communities too, and it really, you know, gives that really team feel that we're all a big team and we're all sort of sharing experiences. And there might be something, you know, within this blog that really resonates with someone in your group. So yeah, sharing from us is also fine. If you can't think of any content, it's always great to see that too. Making connections with other local groups, like you've got the Southwest Road Runners, obviously great supporters of our Torbay group, and they're linking together as well, which is great. And then yeah, creating an event is something that the Torbay group do as well. So they created an event for their August 5K Your Way day. You know, if people can accept the event or go to the, you know, accept the event, and then they get a countdown and it reminds them of the 5K Your Way day, which is always useful. And then our final Facebook example is our Macclesfield group, and it was really lovely actually what they've been doing. So they've been posting pictures and everything as well, but they've also been spotlighting their ambassadors, which we thought was a really, really lovely idea. If I go down, I can find the original post. Yeah, so they've nominated Lauren as their ambassador of the month, and then Lauren's giving lots of information about herself, you know, how she got involved with 5K Your Way. And we thought it gave a really personal touch, and people coming onto the page will be able to really get to know the ambassadors and meet the people behind the page, which we thought was quite lovely. But yeah, that's just a really quick, here are a few things you can, you know, a few ideas for your page, your Facebook pages. I mean, you probably have other ideas yourselves that you quite like to use, but we thought, yeah, show you some examples, and hopefully there's some things there that you would quite like to use.
thanks, Jade. Just while you're there,
Yeah.
Jenny's got a great question. Can
Okay.
you link the event invite to the local parkrun page? So I think you mean, Jenny, can you when you create an event for a 5k away event, can you then link that to, for example, your Bedford page? Is that what you mean?
That was what I meant, yes.
Oh, great, thanks.
Yeah, I've got sound, I've just not got picture.
That's fine, we can hear you, all good. Yeah, so do you mean that you could just create an event and then you can just add the Bedford Parkrun link to it?
I'm just thinking, when you invite people to an event, can you put the invite onto the main page?
Yeah, you could share it with your Bedford Facebook page. Yeah, we'll show you how to do that now. Well, I'll show you how to do it from 5k away point of view, because I obviously can't access your Bedford one, but yeah, we'll show you that to start with. So do you want to do that now, Jade?
Yeah, we're going to pop over to the how-tos now, so
perfect.
Should we get started? So I'm going to do the screen stuff and George is going to talk you through some bits, but it's basically what I've shown you just now. George is going to talk through how you do it.
Yeah, so the first one is about how do I share from 5k away HQ. So this is kind of what you're saying, Jenny, but sharing from our 5k away page. So this is our HQ page. So if you go down, Jade, and get to that one, for example,
just this post,
which is just about the Bristol's group having their first birthday. If you go to this one and you click share at the bottom here, and then you go share to a page, and then yours, Jenny, would come up with like Bedford, or someone from Leeds would come up with Leeds, or whichever one you're an admin for. So Jade's obviously comes up with Hockley Woods because she's an ambassador for Hockley Woods. So if she clicks Hockley Woods,
so I could only share it if I have access to the page of Bedford Parkrun.
But what you could do, you could tag them in this post, couldn't you, Georgie?
Yeah, that's
if you've got the parkrun. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So
say that's probably easier.
If now you wanted to share this one, Jade could just do like at Hockley Woods. Yeah, there
you go. Yeah.
So you can tag them like that. Or I think what you could do is kind of do this slightly vice versa and go on your Hockley Woods page and click share to a group or share to a page, and then share that to the parkrun page, if that makes sense. So this is just showing you how to do it from sharing what we post, but because you'd be an admin, that it might let you share on your parkrun page, but they might have to accept it. Because sometimes it depends what privacy settings they have, but basically that's how you share something to a page. So you just go on the post, click share, and click either share to a group or share to a page, and that then you should maybe tag them would be better, or because I think then you'd have to be the admin for it. Does that make sense, Jenny?
Yes, it does, thank you.
Facebook can be a bit complicated at times with how you share and tag, but hopefully that made sense.
It depends whether you're on a phone or a PC
does,
as well.
Yeah, it's a bit easier sometimes on the computer for Facebook. Great. So the next thing was to show you how to create an event. So Jade showed one of the groups there that had an event on Facebook. So this is easiest if Jade goes to her Hockley Woods one. And then if you see at the top here, you can just go events. So you don't have to click event. You don't have to create an event for your 5k away.
No, you don't have to at all.
Day coming up, but it's just like if you click events there, and then you go create new event, it's just quite a nice way to show everyone to shout out about that date coming up. So you want to create an in-person event because obviously everyone's going to meet up in person, and so then you could do it for the next meetup coming up. So it could obviously be September, Hockley Woods 5k away meetup, and then obviously make sure you get the date right and then the time. You don't have to do it all now, Jade, but you get the gist. Then you want to click in the description, maybe you could even you can just copy that from the website. So how if you go back to see that bit all about your Bedford group, Jenny, you could just copy all of that, put that in your description if you're not sure what to put, And then the category, I think most groups do, there's a few options that you could choose. You could either do fitness and workouts, sports, or health, or the one at the bottom is quite nice, healthy living and self-care. And then you just click next, and it's really easy. Then you just put the location. So obviously Jade would put Hockley Woods as the location, and then next again, and then literally publish event, and it's as easy as that. And then you can share that event back and forth from your Facebook page as well, and you can also post in that event. So it's quite useful just to remind people that the day is obviously coming up. So yeah, something that maybe some we've noticed some groups do, some groups don't, so it's quite helpful if you want to give that a go. The next thing to show you is how do I check my messages. So hopefully you know that you'll have obviously like your personal Facebook messages, and then you also might get messages through from your 5K Your Way account. So Jade, obviously we can check our messages of the actual overall 5K Your Way Facebook messages there, and then Jade can check her Hockley Woods Facebook messages by just clicking that. It's sometimes maybe easier for that bit on your phone, because if you've got the app, the Messenger app, you can just literally change from, like, mine would be like Georgie, and then I can also sign in as 5K Your Way, so that's probably easier sometimes to check your messages on that way. Are we all good with everyone so far? Some nods, I think.
Yes, thanks.
Yes,
Thank you.
bro. The next bit is, how do I swap my profile? So this is kind of a bit confusing with Facebook, and to be honest, I find this confusing. So Jade, if you go back to your Hockley Woods one and see the right hand corner, you've got that 5K Your Way logo. You click, if that is on there as blue and you're the 5K Your Way logo, that means you're interacting as 5K Your Way. But if it is on there as yourself, as the other option, so obviously if Jade clicks Jade, then she's interacting as Jade. So see, then it disappeared, all those things on the side disappeared. So if you scroll down, you can then like a post or comment on a post as actually yourself, but then if you go back up, you can change it back to being interacting as Hockley Woods. So I know some people asked us to explain that, so hopefully that is clear. Feel free
Thank you.
Yeah, good, thanks, James. Or I think that was James.
Yeah, it was James.
Bro, cool. So that's how you change that. The next bit is how do I add an admin on your Facebook group? So say, for example, if you're a brand new group, I will have created your Facebook group for you, and then I'll have made one person an admin, and then that one person needs to like add everyone else. Or for example, if you're already got a 5K Your Way group, like I don't know, I can see Annette there working, say if she's got a new ambassador coming on board and you wanted to add them as an admin, you need to just make sure that you're interacting on your page as the actual 5K Your Way account, and then go over to the left and you can see all of this. Go down to settings and then go to page roles, just there, and then go down, and then you can see everyone that is an admin on Jade's Hockley Woods 5K Your Way group. So then if you want to add someone else, you go up and you type in their name. So Jade's just going to type her mum just to show us how it's done. And the thing is what's difficult about finding people on here is that either you need to be friends with them, or they need to be in like a group that's common to you. So the way that I do it when I add new people is they've joined the ambassador Facebook group, for example. So then it will say, and like Jade's there under Dawn, it said mother, like it would say also a member of 5K Your Way ambassador group, and then I know that's because there'll be loads of Georgie Freemans, for example, on Facebook. So that's how you know that that's the right person. So once you've got the right person, failing that, ask them what their profile picture looks like, and it'll be like tiny, but you'll be able to work it out. And then you click where it says editor, and you want to change that to admin, just so that they get all of the full permissions. And then you just click add, and then you just have to type in your personal Facebook password. So you just need to make sure that you know that, and then click submit, and then they will the person that you're adding in will get a notification just to tell them that you've added them, and they just have to accept it. So hopefully that's quite straightforward. All good. The next bit is what's the difference between Facebook groups and Facebook pages and all of that jazz. So this also gets slightly confusing with Facebook. So you have your group's Facebook page. So obviously this is the Macclesfields one. We've just showed you that Jade's Hockley Woods one. So like we said earlier, if you ever want to search anyone else's, literally just search it and you'll be able to see theirs. And then we have the overall 5K Your Way Facebook page, which is what we were just on. So this is like our HQ page. So this is where we post everything from a HQ side of things. So no one else can post on this, but people can comment, which is great. Then so those are the pages. Then the other thing is the group. So we've got, if Jade just clicks groups, then we've got a community Facebook group, which is that one. It's called 5K Your Way Move Against Cancer. So this is the one that everyone can join. All of your participants hopefully if you just send them the link or click invite, then you'll be able to share this with all of them. So like you can see someone here is wanting to start one in Chelmsford. If you scroll down, then people post about their 5K Your Way days, which is great. So yeah, that is just a fab group and we just have to accept people's posts onto that. But yeah, anyone is allowed to post on it. And then the final one, which hopefully you should all kind of be on, is our ambassador group. So if there are any new ambassadors, I'll just send you the link, and then we just have to accept you in. So yeah, that's just where we share everything, all of the ambassadors across the country. So hopefully that's clear. We've got a few questions, I think. Is that all good, Jade? Did I miss anything?
No, that's perfect. Well done.
So, James, I'm glad you're in. All good. Sylvia, I noticed that the email contact for Bedford on the website is yeah, we can change that. Thanks for pointing that out. And
I'll make a note.
Other people saying yes, and Jenny, that was easy recently. Great. So hopefully, can we have a yes, just to know if you all already knew all of that, or was any of that new? Just get a gauge of how much you kind of knew already and how helpful that was, because we did have some people asking to find that out. And if you can all just make sure, I think everyone is on mute, but just make sure you are, because I can just hear some background. Brill, thanks, Jane.
All good? Okay, yeah, so perfect. That was the Facebook sort of chunk of the session, and then we're now going to have a little brief look at Instagram and then a brief look at Twitter. So you are more than welcome to have your own 5K Your Way Instagram account, but that's something you create yourselves, or you can choose to promote 5K Your Way through your personal account. That's absolutely fine too. So that's great. If you do create your own account, we just ask that you have like it says in that bottom right hand bubble, that you have 5K Your Way and then your group name. So 5K Your Way is in your title, your Instagram handle. That way we can find you and we can share stuff with you, we can tag you in posts and etc. And if you let us know if you have an Instagram account, we can engage with you more, so that would be great. But yes, this is going to be a really quick 5 minutes on Instagram, and then on the next slide, which I'll show you quickly, we do have some little tutorials that we made, just how to create post reels and stories if you want any extra, but there's always loads on YouTube as well, and you can always email us and ask us questions. So this is a really little quick Instagram tour really, but yeah, so Instagram's more about strong bold images, and it is actually more user friendly on your phone. So if you try to use Instagram on the desktop or the laptop, it is going to be a little bit more harder to do than on your phone. It's just more user friendly, and on Instagram you'll see posts, stories and reels. A post is something that's permanent on your profile. I'll show you some examples in a moment, whereas your stories will disappear after 24 hours, and they're more like a snapshot of in the day of a Hockley Woods 5K Your Way group, or in the day of 5K Your Way. But you can save your favorite stories as highlights. So there are folders that you can create on your profile to save any stories that you want to keep, so you don't lose them completely. And then we have reels as well on Instagram, which are basically videos with music on top or voiceovers on top, but they're really popular at the moment, and that's what Instagram's pushing out. So if you're trying to really build your 5k Your Way group Instagram following and get more people engaging with you and getting the word out there, reels are probably the way to go. And we always love you to share from the 5k Your Way account too, so we can really connect with you there. But yeah, let's show you a few examples, and then yeah, any questions you can let us know. So
just while Jade's loading that, I just wanted to ask how many people have already got
that's a good question.
Instagram. I know, you know, we kind of know who has and who hasn't. How many people have already got like have made a 5k Your Way Instagram? Just wondering, out of people that are on here, and how many people would like to do one, or not interested at all. You really do not have to.
Yeah, there's no pressure at all.
Completely up to you. We're just showing you just in case you're interested. Yeah.
And you will get slightly different audiences, won't you, Georgie, on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. So
yeah, so if you are interested in starting one, they are great. They are like useful to have different audiences, and we get quite a lot of interaction through Instagram on our 5k Your Way page. So also, if you don't want to do your own 5k Your Way one, like Jade said, you can interact through your personal account. We're getting lots of no, not yet, maybe,
okay,
would like to, going to do one, Shrewsbury yes, I'll set one up for Leeds. Cool,
lovely. Okay, so after this little, like, I'll show you a couple of example pages, and then if you want to know a bit more, have a look at the little tutorial videos. And then it's always good, isn't it, Georgie, to look at other groups' pages as well, and it just gives you some ideas, and having a go with it is also great. Yeah, so basically Instagram will look better on your phone, but this is kind of what it looks like. Up here are the little stories. So these are just people that we follow, so we can see like Move Charity, The Rock, Breast Cancer Now, Liz O'Riordan, who's one of our ambassadors. They've put stories up, so when I click on these, you'll see like a photo or a video, and that will appear up there for 24 hours, and then you can put those into folders on your profile if you want to. So if I pop over to 5k Your Way, I'm just going to go top right, there's a little profile over here. Sometimes they don't load on here, so I'm just going to reload that page. Here we are. So all these little round things here are your highlights, your story highlights. They're basically like folders. So if there's something that you really want to keep, you can file it away. So we've got a whole folder about our Move team, all our podcasts that we want to keep, we put here. Everything from our August meetup that was on a story goes in here. So when other groups have put things on their stories and tagged us in it, like with the @ symbol that Georgie showed you, linking the park run on Facebook, it's the same on Instagram. You can tag us and we can then put it on our story and share it into our folder too. So when people come onto our Instagram to see what 5k Your Way is all about, they can see what the meetup was like in August. So it's really lovely to have all of you guys giving us content so we can share and get the word out there too. So that's your stories and your highlights. And this bit here is similar to your Facebook page in a way, but it's presented in a grid. So whenever you put a post on, it will just appear in a grid. This is one post, this is another post. So if I were to click on this post, it then, here's our written content and our comments below as well. This is if you want to like it, if you want to comment, and then if you want to share it with someone else or send the link somewhere. But yeah, so this is all your posts. Your videos will appear here too. So this is a video from a podcast. I think we've got some more videos on here somewhere. This is a video too. You can see in the top right hand corner. If you just want to look at videos, which are your reels, you can go along to the next section, and these are just all of our reels, all of our videos. If you were interested,
I was just going to say, a video is just called a reel on Instagram, just to
confuse matters.
Yeah.
If you're interested in how to make an Instagram reel, we have a little tutorial on that you can have a look through. And if people tag us as well in posts, they'll appear here. That's a great picture, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll all appear here. here is an example of our Shrewsbury group. They have an Instagram page.
Shout out to Sarah. I've just seen she's just joined.
Hi Sarah.
From Shrewsbury.
As you can see, they've got a lovely little sort of bio here where they've explained all about 5K Your Way, a link to our website, which is always great, so people can find out more about the whole initiative. But yeah, here's all their photos, just a little example of how a group can use Instagram. Okay, that was really quick. Georgie, are there any questions before we move on?
People are just saying that they don't have one. Like maybe some people will have one personally, but they don't have one but some people do, and then people are interested in setting one up. So that was really quick, but there are if you go to the next one, there's tutorials there that can literally teach you. Can you tell me where the tutorials are for making a reel? So right there.
And we'll share this presentation, won't we, Georgie? So you can click on the links.
Exactly.
And you can find them.
And then you can just watch Jade's awesome video explaining how to do it.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I tried.
You can also search on YouTube and things like that, if you want any more information on how to do things for Instagram. But like we said, you don't have to have a 5K Your Way Instagram, but it is a great way to shout out about your group.
Perfect. Thanks, Georgie. The final sort of social media platform we're going to have a look at is Twitter. So the main aim of Twitter is just to connect with others through the use of of hashtags. That's quite a big thing on Twitter, as Instagram, to be honest, as well. It's kind of a different, not completely different, but there's this kind of a different audience on Twitter. So there's more healthcare professionals on Twitter than Facebook and Instagram. You can search for sort of your local hospitals and tag them in your posts if you want to try and get the word out there to your local hospitals, or cancer support groups. It might be on there as well. And you're welcome, like Instagram, to make your own one, as long as we ask that you have 5K Your Way in your name, so we can search and tag you in posts and stories. If you let us know as well that you're on there, that would be great. But like Georgie said, there's no pressure with Twitter and Instagram, but it's always good to have more platforms to promote your group. And that's our handle at the bottom, Cancer 5K Your Way. That's what we're named on Twitter, if you ever wanted to have a little look. But here is an example of our Novoprestatine group.
While you're doing that, Jade,
can
I ask the same question? Who uses Twitter personally? Who has a 5K Your Way Twitter? I mainly use Twitter to shout out politicians. Fine, look at pictures of cats. That's nice, Dan.
Whatever you fancy.
But yeah, just interested in or if you would want to make your own 5K Your Way Twitter. Let us know what you think about Twitter. I know everyone has that. Out of the three, people sometimes have one or two that they prefer. Don't use it, not on it. We have a Twitter. Cool. I use my personal one. Very welcome to also use your personal ones, the same as Instagram, to share 5K Your Way things. But if you would like to keep them separate, you're very much welcome to make your own as well.
Perfect. And like the Instagram one, I have made, I think it's like a 10-minute brief tutorial of the features of Twitter for you guys to have a look at a later date, or after the workshop, or whenever, if you fancy it. I mean, there's no pressure, but we didn't have time this evening to go through everything. So that's there for you on the next slide if you wanted to have a closer look. But so this is an example of our Novoprestatine group and how they have used Twitter. Obviously, we've got our logo as their profile picture, so we keep the branding the same, but then their banner picture here is them, which is great to see. We've got their handle underneath, their name here. If you were to tag them, this is what they'd come up as. A lovely bio letting everyone know when their next meeting. It's always good to keep this bit up to date, so if people were to find them on Twitter, they know when to meet. So this is their content, really. It is kind of like a Facebook feed, really. It looks similar in some ways. So this is them, sharing a picture that they were in from 5K Your Way headquarters. You can see they've tagged us using the @ in there, so this will appear on our notifications so we can engage with them. It's a great way to link between Twitter accounts. This is how you could connect with your hospitals by using the @
mostly go on like the hospital website or a local cancer group, cancer support group, and it'll have their Twitter on their website, and then you can just at them and be like, come to 5k your way.
Yeah, please. Yeah, so it's a great way to connect. And then here you can see that the hashtags, you guys might be using hashtags already, but they are a great way to get your post out there. I kind of, I'm no expert, but I kind of like to think of hashtags as like folders, kind of like the Instagram stories. So if when we hashtag cancer support, this post will go into an area or a folder of Twitter that has all the hashtag cancer support posts on there. So this post will appear in like all these different areas on Twitter. It's just a way to get your posts out there, and more people seeing them really. This is just a promotion. You sometimes get that on Twitter, promotions popping up. And as you can see here, this is actually 5k Your Way's post, but Nova Prestatin has retweeted it just to share with their community. So, you know, the rest of the people that follow them can see what other people are up to as well. But yeah, I won't go much further because I'm aware of the time, but we do have, I'll quickly show you the next page. We do have a little induction to Twitter there that you can watch at your own leisure, or like we said before, YouTube's a great thing to look at just to, you know, get some more information. Okay, so really the final big part of the session today is how can I schedule my posts? So you can actually create and schedule posts, and you can schedule as many as you wish for Facebook and Instagram on a tool called Creator Studio. We've made another tutorial there as well for those of you who are interested, because we didn't have time to fit it all in, but you can actually save a lot of time by scheduling your posts. So you can go onto Creator Studio and create your post on there, choose the date and the time when you want it to appear on your Facebook or your Instagram. You do have to create a login, but it is free, and then I think it just links with your Facebook and Instagram somehow. I can't remember how it does it, Georgia, but it's pretty automatic, isn't it? Like it just recognizes.
Yeah, so Helen, actually, I did ask about how this works. So do you just want to quickly click Creator Studio, and then we can show you what it looks like? You really don't have to do this. It is just a bit of an easier,
oh my goodness,
an easier tool, because if you're busy, you know, the morning of the 5k away day, but you want to show everyone, to shout out, oh, today is the day, like make sure you know, see you soon, or the week before you want to get it ready but you're on holiday or something like that, it is really useful. And Jade and I use it every day. So
yeah, we do.
It basically looks like this, and so you can see in the top right, that's Jade's Facebook picture.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it connects to your like personal Facebook. So it kind of you just need to Google Creator Studio, create an account and link it to your Facebook, and you can link it to your Instagram. So if you quickly click Instagram, and just that little icon there will show you Instagram, and if you just go create post and Instagram feed, then I always assume you got up early on 5k away days. No, every day we schedule at 6:30. We do not actually ever get up at 6:30.
Don't tell them the secrets.
Now, Jenny, now you know the secret, because apparently 6:30 is a good time to post as everyone's getting up and starting their day, but we never ever get up early and do it. No, we always schedule.
Oh my goodness,
this is a secret we're all letting you into. So if you click this if you have your own personal Instagram, you could schedule that if you want to, or if you obviously want to do it through 5k away, that's how you do it.
Yeah, so this is where like your groups on would appear once you've like linked it up. Obviously we just have 5k away and move, so if I were to do that,
you put your caption in and you upload your photo, but we'll show you. So it's literally that's it, and then you just click if you want to do it at the same time for Facebook and Instagram, you just tick that little tick there, and then once you've added a photo,
sorry, I'm just going to put some random stuff in there so I can actually do it.
It'll make you add a photo.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so like, pretend we've added a photo. And then you just click there, select, and then it comes up with like a date and a time, and you just tick the date and the time that you want it to go out, and you can do it on Facebook, and then that bit at the bottom does it on Instagram. But if we just quickly show you how to do it just on Facebook, because I presume that's maybe what you'll all be doing more of. So go to that little one, Facebook, create new, create post, and then this is where like yours would come up here. So Jade obviously could do it for Hockley Woods or could do it for 5k away. So it's very much the same as what we just showed you. You put your text in, you add your photo or a video, and then you scroll down, and then
I think I never really do this part here. I normally, this button will become active once you put stuff in.
Yeah, once you put a photo in, you can literally click that little drop down, and you can schedule it for like next week. And you can select a time. Apparently, 6:30 in the morning is the way to go. So yeah, that was just a really quick. But if you go back to your presentation, Jade, the video will teach you. But I just thought I'd show you just because Helen asked.
Oh my goodness, of course. And it's basically what you've said. I just show how to add the text and the pictures, and then it just shows you those bits Georgie just explained. And there is another one for Twitter that we use called Lightful, right at the bottom. That's just a link to the Lightful page where you can sign up and create an account. So if you are into Twitter and you want to use it for your group, that's a great one to use to schedule as well. It looks a little bit different, but it's exactly the same, really, isn't it, Georgie? It just looks a bit different, but it's the same thing. You put text in, but yeah, have a play around if you're interested. I mean, it works for us really well.
And with Twitter, Lightful, you just have to create a account, but you can have, it's free. I think you can have a free version, and you get certain things if you get a paid version. But yeah, definitely just get a free version. But Creator Studio for Facebook is the way to go. Definitely. Helen says, I've been wondering how you do this for ages. Yeah, it's actually so easy, and we do it every day. Like, we literally don't post like straight to Facebook at all. No. We always do our posts and Instagram and Twitter through Creator Studio and through Lightful. So that is how we do it. That's the trick. But if you watch Jade's video, so we want to just make sure we have time for any more questions, but that all the info is on there.
Okay, so this is one more slide, and it's nothing really to do with social media. It's just, while we have you, please can we ask you to make sure you're checking your 5k your group's email accounts. So each group, Georgie would have set up a group account. So it would be like Hockley Woods group at 5kyourway.org, and that's what all the emails will come in from there. People find that email address, and the email address can be found on all of these locations. So it's on our location map, it's on our website location pages, it's on your flyers, your TV screen images, it's on the cancer care map where people can search for cancer care services, and it's also on the Macmillan in your area tool. These are actually links, so you can click on those links and it will take you to those different pages. It just wouldn't let me add the Macmillan one, but I'll add that on maybe at some point, so you can get on there and have a look. But yeah, just because your emails are in all of those places, we really encourage you to check those email accounts, just to make sure there's not a participant who really wants to come and maybe you've missed that email. And we can see, can't we, Georgie, when people last logged in? So we won't name names, but we know.
But if you're struggling, Martin, how do we know you have them? Do you mean, how do we know what the email account is? How do you know what it is? I think that's what you mean. We can, if you don't know what your email is, we can we can help. I set one up for every single group, but some ambassadors maybe kind of I send it to some and they don't spread the word to everyone else, but that's fine. I sent it ages ago and I sent loads and loads of information, and you're like, oh my god, this is so much. So don't worry, I can reset the password for you, and it's really easy, and then I can talk you through how to set it up. But basically, because we share it in all of these places, and so that you don't have to use your personal one, it's just so much easier to have everyone using their 5k away one. Ideally, I send the figures, but only assume you have the number. Not sure what you mean, Martin. Do you want to go off mute and you can just talk to us? And while
you have a page, you fill it in and you send it, or do you send it and it just like fills in? So how do I know if you've got them or not? Because in the past I've been filling forms in and things, and yet when I look at it the next month, there's nothing there. I think,
do you mean to tell us the monthly numbers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So once you fill that in, it should work. And we definitely should get that. So don't worry, that's all good. That's separate to the email account. But yeah, that should all work. And you don't get an email to tell you that it's worked or anything. Sorry.
And we did have the form, didn't we, Georgie? But I'm sorry, the spreadsheet. But we've actually moved to a form now. So maybe that's what you mean, Martin, because now we have a form that people fill in, and then we from that form input it now, don't we, to our spreadsheet rather than ambassadors filling it in themselves.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So ignore the spreadsheet now, that's gone. Just fill out, and if you're checking that and looking for your numbers on there, because we didn't want, we're trying to do it so everyone isn't comparing each other's numbers, and trying to make it easier for you. So just fill out the form, and it does work. You actually just trust that it works. You don't get an email to say that it works. And Ashley saying, thanks, Martin. Ashley, is there one set up for Wrexham yet? I know you're launching at the end of October, Ashley, in Wrexham, and no, I've not set it up yet, but I will. And once it is all set up, that'll be all good to go. But we're just getting all the September new launches set up first. So that will be sent to you soon, Ashley. Thanks.
Thank you. And question time. So if you have any questions, either put them in the chat for us, or you can, at the bottom there's a I can't see it on mine, but there's a little emoji section, and you can put a hand up and it does a little wave if you're happy to come to speak. But we haven't got long, so Georgie, let me know if there's any questions and we can have a little chat about them all. But thank you, everyone. I'll stop sharing.
Done a little clapping reaction. Martin's just saying, oh no, that's fine, that's what he said before. Are
we all good? Have you got any questions?
I don't think so. Feel free to, we can stop the recording at this point if you want to say something, and you don't want to be on the recording. You can definitely just put yourself off mute and say something, or you can type it in, or if you're all good, feel free to enjoy the rest of your evening.
I've got someone saying, is it Sally? Oh, I've seen your message, Sally. I'll look into that.
Not related to this evening. Just
that's fine. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll have a look into that.
Okay. Other people saying that was great, really useful,
thanks,
very useful. Well done, Jade. Smashed it.
With your help, of course.
People just saying thanks. If there's anything that we missed, that I know that was there's so much that you could talk about with social media, so pop us an email or a message if anything that you wanted us to go through that we didn't, or in more detail, or watch Jade's awesome step-by-step videos as well.
Oh, no pressure. Okay. But if there's anything, like Georgie said, that we've missed, we're happy to do another workshop at some point, aren't we, with anything extra, maybe in a few months' time or whatever. But or email us. It was hard to know where to pitch it, but it seems like there's bits that people can take away, so that's great.
Can we get an image bank of images that say 1 week to go and today for 5k away, Helen? Yes, that is a really good idea. So
that's a great idea.
Do all of our images on something called Canva, which is like a tool to make images look pretty that Jade's really good at and I'm not so good at. And they're the ones that have the banner underneath that say 5k away day today or 5k away day in 1 week. So we can just download those and make a folder in the ambassador area of the website, and we can put it on the Facebook group as well. That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a really good idea.